Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We have begun to unpack what is called the culture war. When we talk about this culture war, Kameel, we're talking about two sides. You suggested the Greco-Roman Judeo-Christian side, and then there's a progressive side. How do we describe that in today's culture?
All right, I'll do my best, but I start off, Neil, with this conviction. The culture war is real, the stakes are high, but you cannot win a war until you actually know you're in one to begin with. So the two sides. One is the conservative side, which wants to preserve the best of Greco-Roman, Judeo-Christian values and ethics. In other words, Western civilization. That's what the West is defined by. And by the way, the West is not just America and Europe. It does include Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. Any and all places that imbibe these values would be the West. The other side are called the secular progressives. Not all progressives are secular. There also are progressives within Christendom, particularly in mainline churches, liberal churches, and so on. But for the most part, we'll talk about the secular progressives, and they want to alter Western civilization. They say for the better. Therefore, that's why they're called progressive. But not all of them want to alter the West. Some of them simply want to destroy it. We would call that the far left.
Kameel, sometimes we think of progressive as in wanting those things that are new and progressing towards a good goal, and the other side is somehow or other being outdated. But how do you talk about what's dated when you discuss two sides of a culture war?
I am guided by the principle of 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 21, which simply says, "Prove all things, hold fast to what is good." Neil, maturity, particularly spiritual maturity, doesn't just buy anything anytime. If something is valuable, though it be old, it should be conserved. If something is new and innovative and it is positive, it should be embraced. We don't hold on to old things simply because of tradition, and we shouldn't just embrace new things because they are new. We need to judge wisely what to embrace. Progressivism can be well-intentioned. They want a more equal, more tolerant, more progressive or society making progress. But the way it is interpreted can be highly, highly problematic, especially because it's based on a foundation that human nature is good. Now, we know from a biblical view that human nature can be both good and bad. Good because we're made in the image of God, bad because we are prone to sin. But when you build a whole system of politics and government based on the premise that people are good, you are in serious, serious trouble. And that has been proven again and again with Nazism, communism, fascism, all these based on the premise that people are only good.
So, Kameel, as a Christian, what you're saying is we've got a real contribution to make to the debate that goes on in this culture war.
We have an enormously important role to play. It's called not just preaching the word of God, but living it to the full in front of the whole world so they can behold and they can glorify our Father in heaven.
Faith and the Future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.